Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Albion TV. Saturday night entertainment here with us continues with some 5v5 Crystal League action. My name is Lewpac and joining me, of course, is Shozen and Bogul on the ones and twos behind the scenes. What a fun evening you guys have had with 20v20s, a bit of war report, some open world action. Now it's time for the 5v5s. Those grindy, cheesy strats have been coming out the last few weeks, and I'm equal parts excited and apprehensive to see what way they've come up to frustrate each other out of the points this week, Shozen. What do you reckon?
Well, I have seen videos of matches where the center cap is never capped.
Yeah.
And it sat there with no deaths, no caps, 25 minutes.
That sounds like
True draw.
That sounds like an Era 404 GVG from back in the day. I believe we're going to be watching Prince of Death and his boys. First thing, we've got Prince of Death, Negigante, King of Brazil 5, question mark, Graph.
Well, they have 1 through 5
and Kamenov
exist. And
yeah,
I'm
I think they do
out who these guys are. I don't know who they are yet. Still trying to find that out. Hopefully somebody will tell us, and they'll tell us the right answer.
Well, yeah, we can only hope, can't we, to see to find out who they are. These guys, I mean, there's so many Kings of Brazil, Champions of Brazil, etc. There's only one original champion of Brazil back in the day, wasn't there? Eric Were.
Eric Were, the incredible
first
Eric
ever
Were.
CLC winner, in fact.
Didn't play with a microphone.
Yeah, unbelievably. It was a good story, that, back in the day, but the story right now is the new blood, the up-and-coming crew. We got our first match. We're going to be covering level 5, 6, and 7 matches this evening. Prince of Death will be the first one we'll watch, and then we'll bounce around. If this match doesn't go to 25 minutes, as is tradition, we'll jump to another one. But it's, yeah, so we're seeing a mix of this sort of double healer, off-cap play. There's a few different strats going around. We did see some bolt casters last week, which is always fun.
That was interesting.
Nabobo, Tutuka, Machu, bolt casters. I'm seeing a shadow caller, a one-hand curse. Okay, so what? Pay attention to Graph, because he and Prince of Death are playing survival builds. A one-hand torch, grudge, curse, I imagine, and a one-hand axe with a merc jacket and a scholar cowl. The infinite survival build that you will quite often see played in Corrupteds, with the sole purpose of obviously playing the off-cap. Up against them is a double healer setup with a Great Holy and a Nature, a Bolt Caster's a Glaive, and an Arcane Tank. So out-damaged here. No tank, double curse with a Shadow Caller against double healer tank. So there's one team has a ton of damage, one team has a ton of survivability. The only winner will be time itself, Shozen, as it passes.
I think that's the exact wrong build to bring against like a double healer build is damage over time like that, significant long-term damage. You kind of want to go with a bursty situation.
Well, I wouldn't call a one-hand curse. I would never call a one-hand curse damage over time. I would definitely call that a burst weapon. And also they're putting grudge on Prince of Death, and he is just hacking Tutuka into pieces. And obviously, it's not just damage over time. Remember, there's anti-heal as well. Oh, he pulled off target. No, he's going back in. They need some sort of reflect for that bolt caster.
Goes though. It's a trade.
And they need a reflect of some sort for the bolt casters. It's where glaive is nice because you can actually use deflecting spin if he goes on you. But honestly, deflecting spin would allow you to run a Judy armor as well. I kind of like it.
Well, I'm going to check these other caps, see where the other fight is going on. It's over at the Eastern cap. We have T-Based versus Graph and Kamenov over here. I feel like somebody is off the screen.
The Renton and King of Brazil. Oh, sorry, it's not a Shadow Caller, it's an Iron Root, the other one. Renton knows he's not going to be able to cap there. He kind of has to go for it, but so it's going to be, like you said, these matches, they turn a bit weird, don't they? Obviously, some more unconventional
Sure.
strats. It's usually, basically, what's strange about it is it's no longer 5v5. Oh, that was a huge rotate. Round the back by Graf with the armor pierce. Poison goes out. The armor pierce on that one-handed curse. And Prince of Death is looking for Tutuka again. He's used everything, by the way. He's used resistance potion. He's used his robe. He's used absolutely every defensive he's got. The next rotation, there's going to be some problems. Nice route there. Nice Judy, actually. Good placement. And a royal. Nabobo with a royal jacket on an impaler build. So he is using a Limhurst, but he's going to have massive energy problems if he doesn't get any Druid Cowl or something like that. Like again, say looking to help finish off Tutuka there. Does get his purge off with that chest piece. Mage armor, purging shield. Nabobo gets rooted. No saves coming out. Res pop is going to be activated, but that is his only defensives for now. Looks like Durenton's going to come back and start dropping those shields. Tutuka coming in. Machu now. Machu's under a bit of pressure. He does have pretty low energy, but he's running a Limhurst cape. I believe he's running energy pot. No, he's running resistance potions, but he's got a Limhurst cape and an Eye of Secrets. So his energy will be fine, I imagine. He probably has pots in his bag just in case. Tutuka very low, going to tick out that bomb. Oh, good cleanse there. Good shield just in time from Durenton as well. He nearly went down. He's still in trouble though. Like these shields are dropping and the damage over time is good because the shield will absorb a tick, but it won't absorb the full damage because it will keep on going once it ends. This one is just Prince of Death and Graf doing their best to run people down. Graf gets caught out and Nabobo gonna happily pick that one up. Kamenov was coming in from the side with his iron root. Now I'm not sure about how he's playing this iron root actually. Oh, and they get back cap.
We just got back cap. Okay,
And
we
they
just
got
had
back
a
cap.
situation where this thing just got out of hand. Lewpac, I
Wow.
don't know what's going to happen now. We have
The
a true
unthinkable
competition
happened.
is going on. Well, here's the thing: is once that happens, oftentimes you see that center cap go too. Once one team gets that 2 cap, that's finally when the center cap is available, which I honestly think is better for the team that just got 2 cap. You just took center cap.
Yeah, maybe.
It's easier to get your own cap back than it is to get that center cap.
Yeah, so this is, you've seen this happening a lot then. The sort of the middle gets captured when that 2 cap happens. And like you said, Prince of Death though, he is kind of okay, but he's got backup coming. Like he's got a sustain a build, but he's not got a sustain against Boltcaster and Glaive build.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Do you have one of those pocket handy, Lewpac?
oh yeah. You could build a pretty nasty version of this that will survive. Like as long as you got something to reflect the Deathwood Climax, the Boltcaster can't kill you. Like that's why Nabobo's actually running deflecting spin. He's realized how bad his energy was in the last fight when he was running Impaler, so he switched to deflecting spin. It's not the best for him because it's not a very burst comp, and you cannot reflect the big damage, which is the bomb on the one-hand curse. But it does mean he gets infinite energy, so there is that. Machu getting chased all the way to the tent. Prince of Death trying to kite him out. I like this actually because King of Brazil will get his own fight against Nabobo. Machu nearly gets chopped down there.
Oh, down at the tent there. That's a dangerous position here. I'm really surprised we haven't seen a more like a stronger attempt at their own cap yet. I mean, it's a 2v2 at 1 cap, a 2v3 at another, and a 1 guy at tent. So interesting situation to be in.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, we kind of need to have like cameras on all 3, don't we? Like, we're gonna have to start getting the multicam going because we're already showing.
Oh, Bogul's got it going. He's doing double cam right now.
He's got
showing more than one
cams up.
perspective.
Okay,
I'm on free roam as I bounce back and forth to try to just get an idea of what's going on. The only issue is that I don't know when rotation comes.
Yeah, I'm kind of watching Prince of Death here go at it with these guys. I think he has to jump Machu because Nabobo's deflecting spin will just soak so much damage as well as return it. He'll lose the value fight. I'm pretty sure everything the axe does gets reflected. And
So
later, he's coming off worse in this exchange. Like he's hurting himself more.
Tutuka is mounted and just constantly threatening Sender Cap, which keeps pulling Nergigante back, but just long enough for him to come back and look at it and then go back. And it actually looks like they're sending Kamenov up here to just interrupt now, who's the second healer.
I think we need to change to capping and how it happens ASAP.
Agreed. Yes, we've been calling
we wanted
that
it anyway
for so long.
We wanted it anyway for the old map just because of the strength of the 3 cap, but this kind of has exasperated the problem a little, hasn't it? Prince of Death is literally like just fighting Matthew in front of his own tent. There's now 4 of them on this cap versus 3, so surely the other two could take the home cap now. Oh, that's a nice armor pierce onto Prince of Death. Save comes out. No Gigante goes in with the cleanse. Prince of Death once again trying to run down Matthew. But now that he's got Durenton here, he's going to get the purge off on the sort of merc jacket. That bloodlust ability. He's going to be able to just remove grudge. And they're actually pulling back, which is interesting.
I honestly think that they should find a way to pull back and hold for center cap while they make a push on their own cap here. I think with a 1v1 curse versus holy, they're never going to make any space on their own cap here. T-Based is just able to outlast Graf here, and with Durenton coming in,
he should get self-healing sickness though. If he heals himself too much without anybody else there, he should get the healing sickness, and he should honestly lose to a one-hand curse. Like a one-hand curse should be able to kill him, but
that's the thing is Durenton comes in, hits him with the shield. It's a long enough period of time to stop that the self-healing sickness, and he's able to keep that pacing where he can stay there for a very long time, and he doesn't really have to worry about the one-handed curse E. He can definitely take care of that himself.
These guys want to change gear for something. They want to change something, or they're restocking pots. Okay, Prince of Death has gone for anti-heal now. He's running Refreshing Sprint on boots, and he's going to run a Hood of Tenacity with energy pots. So he wants to create kill pressure with anti-heal. The issue is the shields from Durenton. Like, I think that's the biggest problem they're going to have with getting kills. Like, anti-heal's lovely, but shields don't care.
No, they don't. They really don't
care about it.
The shields are underrepresented for how useful they are, especially in this current meta.
And yeah, Prince of Death is literally he's just dying over it.
He's got no shot, but he can't
stick to this fight.
Yeah.
He's throwing his axes. Oh, he runs through the area decay. King of Brazil will get him back up, but yeah. Red is just playing very nicely here.
Absolutely. They're playing very well spread. They're able to keep an eye on their own cap while keeping enough pressure on the opponent's cap and just never letting, not really worrying about that center cap. They're threatening it occasionally by running by it, which pulls back Nergigante, but not really putting a lot of effort into it. They know where they're getting their points from, and that's all they're aiming for.
Yeah. Then it's slowly grinding out this match. I mean, we've only had 3 kills in it. Druid Sandals. Wow, I haven't seen Druid Sandals in a while. Shozen the Bobo actually using them to slow things down. It's actually nice. Like, honestly, a good strat right now would be to pull the fight in one direction away from the cap, have somebody sprint off to grab the cap, and then have a bunch of people with builds that stop the guys trying to interrupt. Like the glaive pull and flick, and then trap them in the frost walk, any sort of bop, ironclad stuff like that. But it's just the time to kill is balanced around 5 people fighting 5 people, right?
Yep.
So as soon as we got this, there's so many less kills, which I guess means less gear loss and less expense.
Well, that's good. I think that's good for players, honestly. It's just that not necessarily like this.
It's like it's no fun getting insta-clapped by something. 2 of them are running Grudge, by the way.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I love seeing Grudge back. It was OP to start.
Yeah.
It got a massive nerf. And we didn't see it for a while.
The Black Order team doesn't, isn't even... They're not even running a Guardian Helm. Like...
They just don't care.
The enemy DPS is 2 curses and an axe, right? Yeah. Wait, no, it's not, Shozen. It's 3 curses and an axe. And, no one's like, hey, man, let's just stick on a Guardian Helm. Nah.
Don't need to.
Orca all the way.
They don't need to here. They're all fine.
Yeah, bizarrely.
That was the closest kill pressure we saw there on T-base, but he had his defensives ready and his E, so
I mean,
it
these
wasn't
guys
like,
have been force tagged the whole time.
Almost. Nope.
I mean, they're running out of defensives here. They are desperately running out of defensives, and T-Base in a lot of trouble. Oh, there you go. There's the Great Holy, but this is actually like, it's not actually great because when they stack for the Great Holy, oh, Tutuka kills Graf though. Yeah,
it's an issue here. Now they gotta change position here and go after Tutuka. They can't get 3 capped here.
No.
He's not even going to go for it. Again, this is just that. He's just doing that pull, Lewpac. He's just pulling off that guy, which makes it even more unfair over on the other side because now it's a 4-on-3 situation.
Playing Curse as well is pretty good because even if you die, they can't cap until the stacks are gone. So that actually buys your team an extra few seconds. What's the standard? So the bleed lasts 6 seconds. What does a curse last? I think it's similar for a curse. I'm pretty sure it's the same. 8 seconds. So it's 8 seconds you can't cap for after getting the kill. And then it's obviously the time to cap as well. Prince of Death's going to go for a 1v1 with Machu over on the right hand here. This will be interesting. Obviously, Machu's going to interrupt it, but Machu won't win this. He won't survive this because of the Hood of Tenacity either.
No, so he'll be able to get into 10.
No, yeah, and he has to do it quickly. Prince of Death could have maybe saved the elite there. Machu needs to find the angle quick enough. This is going to be so weird.
I just don't.
Look at that damage though.
He's pumping out the damage. It's not bad, but it's just not enough to secure the kill. And I think that Machu's going to be able to get back here in time.
It's the fact that he's a nature as well, so he can heal himself as he runs in.
Right.
And actually, Prince of Death will lose if he keeps running. Like I don't know what his game
over
plan
time. Prince of Death will lose this.
Yeah. I mean, well, he won't because if he doesn't go to 10, he heals a lot with those axes. But Durenden's here now, and they can commence not capping with 2 people instead of not capping with 1. Oh, I'm going to try and cap this. Maybe I'll get it, he says.
And now Machu's totally full once again.
Runs to 10, yeah. Prince of Death's going to run back. And now he goes back.
He's going to hit him with a little clip.
Machu's going to walk up and poke him. He's going to sprint at him and try and unload. Machu will make it to 10 with about half HP, provided he hits everything.
There is a decent fight happening on the western cap here as Kamenov is about to go down here. I think we might see a kill.
Yeah.
We do. Kamenov does finally go down, but it's now just a 3v3.
Yeah. I'm going to go on Nabobo for a bit here.
Prince of Death has given up. Now he's going all the way back to the western cap, coming in to try to put some pressure on.
Yeah, they're just grinding this one out. They're actually taking top cap now, which would end this fight on rotation. And I think these guys, I mean, it's been going 15 minutes. They took their eye off the ball and got the cap again. So now they've lost focus on the top cap because they're so struggling to get the others back. No guarantee with a heavy crossbow. I like that.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting swap here. He needs to do something. They're now they got the 3 cap. While we weren't
that's what I said. It's over with the 3 cap because they took their eye off the ball. But I feel that if you're going to play 4 DPS, you should play like Giga Clap something.
We just my other match also just ended right now, so I have to go find a 3rd match. So just give me a moment here.
Okay.
We were in the middle of a comeback, and in the final seconds there, that one did flip. Oh wait, is that true, Bogul? Do you see the same thing I do? That they're all over? Okay, we have Wee Wee, Gaffinator.
Oh wow, that team is back and rocking again. Wow, the Sun versus, I see a guy from the fleet. It's like launch all over again. Like
I know. Well, you saw that Derek's back, right? He's got his own guild again.
Oh, he's got a ganking guild now, hasn't he?
Well, they're out there in ZVZ's Consequence.
Okay, Pimonelli going down there. Taboo's playing as well. Playing a lot of Dota with Taboo at the moment, actually. Okay. He's immortal ranked in that. He's very, very good. Mobile.
That high?
That's the highest you can get, yeah.
Oh, so never dying because you're immortal is the highest you can get?
Yeah. It's a pretty dramatic rank name, but this is a double crossbow setup? No, it's a Clarent blade, actually. Interestingly, Ironclad versus Heavy Mace. These guys haven't got with the cheese meta yet, have they? Let's go to Gaffinator then, I guess, is who we're...
Yeah, I'm on Gaff right now. Wee generally plays the healer. Recognized the name, but knew what we were going to get, so hopped over to the Gaff.
Ariel there harpooned Gaff out of his snare charge.
That was interesting.
That was pretty nice.
Well, and Gardenier, we haven't seen Gardenier in quite some time. High-level
he was
tank
on
at
the
one point.
old, not Mighty Frogs. What was the French guild before Mighty Frogs?
Way back in the day?
Way back in the day.
So you had the ones that attacked...
Metatron.
Oh, so Metatron. Okay, I thought you were going to go back to... who were the ones that... The 5 guys who were able to send the entirety of Sun back to Tower?
Oh, I remember. I remember what you're on about. Yeah, I know who you mean. I think that was after, though. Metatron and then Say My Metatron after.
Metatron and Say My Name merged into Say My Metatron, but there was another group there, and I'm trying to remember who they were.
Yeah, I
Frog One.
They were French. Frog One. That was the French team. Yeah, I remember.
Those guys were
had a
really
bunch of good French guilds.
Yeah, we still have some good French guilds out there. Triomphe doing really well out there. Currently almost what you consider a hype guild. We still have the Mighty Frogs being very active. So there are still a number of French guilds doing work out there.
This is a 2-1 grind right now. 4 people here. Rat capping is on the card. So it looks like Boom Roasted is going to be over looking for that. He's playing Curse. And no double healer deployed by either team in this one, which you like to see. It means there's a bit more fighting going on. But yeah, when was the last time you saw a Clarent Blade in a GVG? Launch week?
It's been a while.
Mohicans from Blackout. He used to love a Clarent Blade or a broadsword. He was a sword enjoyer to the end.
Well, this is an interesting fight. It's very competitive here at 52 to 33. These guys are playing very differently than the last team that we saw, kind of doing this brawl in the center of the map, which we did see in the early days of this map, the first couple of weeks. That's what we saw a lot of, was a lot of center brawl.
Yeah, Boom and Khaki, though, are like having their own run around over the caps. Boom's had to actually come back to get some heals, and that, like, Wee had to switch to Boom for a second there, which did allow the kill onto Pimmer, and they might get the kill onto Gaff here as well if there's a flick available.
I think Gaff. Oh, he went the wrong way though. I'm surprised that he did that.
Nice Judy. That was a really nice Judy though. Like, I think he dies there without it. Although he had a cape as well. His cape proc. Gardeners might look for a hurricane.
The distance that he had to go to get to his team there almost killed him. I think if he had just crossed the mid, he would have been fine.
We would have to run through 3 of them through the mid though, so...
Yeah, but Wee Wee's right there. And they had pressure already. The blue team was creating pressure.
Boom, had to pop his cleric. This one though, the 2-cap has flipped, so the comeback is on, and this one could go the full 25 minutes, Shozen. You know how we like to say that, and it never does. Boom, in trouble here. One more's gonna do it. Oh, lovely. Razor placed a lovely area of decay there, right where Boom landed, and he landed in a world of pain.
It could make it, Lewpac. It literally could just barely make it to a full 25-minute match. I've got my fingers crossed.
Yeah, it'll be close because there's no 0 tick. We did confirm this, and now it can't. Now it can no longer do that unless it flips again.
It would have to flip, but it could go.
That could happen. Boom and Gaff dead. They do need to make sure they don't give up the 3-cap because that would be disastrous right now. And look how long these... Oh, never mind. Taboo kills Khaki. And he's chasing down Arctic Frosty as well. Pima's on the crossbow following him. Gaffinator hasn't even respawned yet. This is bonkers. Taboo is chasing down this healer with his Clarent Blade and actually causing him a hell of a lot of problems down here. He will have to finally... He's 4-stack, so he does have to finally get out of there. Wee comes in with the sack, pops the cleric. Mortal Agony goes out on aerial. Split and slash. Taboo now. No big saves available, so he's just going to kite away with protection of nature.
want to give Gardenier some credit there for what he did against Pima there. Didn't take a whole lot of damage against that heavy crossbow, just playing it really well.
Oh, Gaff switched onto the SOB as well. That could be interesting. The cap's good. Pima's going to get the cap. No one's interrupted it.
Oh my God, no way. He did get it?
Yeah. Actually,
wow. Yeah. 19 to 18 here with 2 minutes left.
I mean, you can't get more competitive than this, can you?
Not really.
Riser right now is just going to optimism cap or try and cause something to happen. It's all about just keeping your eyes on it now. 1 more minute to close this one out. They've just got to hold on to these 2 caps. They would only lose to a full team wipe anyway. So as long as one of them survives and defends the caps, Gaff there in a bit of trouble, but gets the Judy Sack combo. And he's going to be just fine. And actually, this Claren Blade is doing a lot of work in the clothies. And one of the things I've always loved about the swords, right, is the fact that the stacks give you move speed. So it's one of the best weapons for sticking to your target. There's nothing worse as a melee than being kited about by a frost or whatever. But the fact that you got the move speed and wow, yeah, Taboo sliced up Riser. Boom actually is Curse got credit for it. He's just running at them with this sword. And the face breaker makes him nice and tanky. The royal armor. Is it royal armor he's got? Yeah, he's doing all that with royal armor. Again, plate doing more damage than it should, in my opinion. And there's the victory. They closed it out.
All right. Well,
24 minutes. 24 minutes shows.
Very close, Lewpac. Very close.
We didn't get 25, but the stakes are about to get higher right now. Gonna have a little bit of a break for around 5 minutes, and then we're getting into our level 6 GVGs. It's all those guys with the high level tokens. Where do you want to go? Who do you want to watch?
Let me go see what we got here. I'm still waiting for the people to populate. They just got out of matches, so we don't have a lot of people signed up yet. I believe we have 1 group signed up. That would be somebody I've never heard of. Like, I don't recognize
you always know.
Member.
Back when matches were like 10 minutes, you had a nice long break to go and get your gear for the next one. Whereas these ones, it's like your match is 24 minutes. You've literally got 6 minutes to get ready for the next one.
I'm gonna read some names for you, and let me know if you recognize any of these names in this level 6, which this means is a good thing. We have new people, fresh blood in the level 6. Cyrex 228.
No.
Jasper Moklot 3001.
No.
Champion of Oriol.
Yes.
You know that guy?
Yes.
Okay. Mantelx.
No.
Okay, and Arbert Tundra.
You're just making these up.
No, this is the team we're going on. We're going on these guys.
I swear he's just making these up. I swear he's just making these up.
I'm not that creative that I could come up with these fine names on my own.
All right, then. Sure. Sure, why not?
All right, so let's go with Cyrex 228. I'll drop the name in chat for you guys. There we go. Oh, I think that's it. Yeah.
And these guys are queued for
6s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
Right?
I'm gonna get some stats on them real quick. Hang on.
Okay, let's see what we got here, Lewpac. Do some investigative work behind the scenes.
Cyrex, 600 million kill fame, 583 crystals played. Like,
whoa! Hey,
absolutely not a rookie.
That scares me, Lewpac. That you'd have to do that many
100 crystals
in order to get to level 6.
Champion of Oriol, is an alt. He's got a reference to Relica in his name. Actually, in his bio, but it could mean all sorts.
All right, Bogul tells me that Oriol is a city in Russia, south of Moscow.
There you go.
So he's the champion of that guy.
You said this Zigrizold, yeah?
Cyrex.
No, I got him, but like, who else is in there? Who's in their thing? Because I've dropped group, so
hold on.
Jasper Moglot. Names, man, these names.
Yeah, we got a champion. We got Jasper Moglot 3001. Manfolks and
I just love
Arabert.
hearing him say these names, Bogul. It's the pronunciation. It's the mix of pronunciation and
Oh
just
yeah,
like utter confusion.
We may
I'm
have run
very
out of
confused.
we may have run out of names in
We
Albion.
may have run out of names.
Yeah,
People are just hitting random buttons now.
if you say so.
We actually have quite a few teams who have signed up for the level 6s. So
I'm trying to find his buddy up here. Aha, found a Barter Tundra. It also has 278 crystals, 250 million kill fame. You know, these guys.
no slouches, no slouches. I want to see what they can do. Yeah,
I do
absolutely.
as well.
Do you have an idea of who was the tank yet? Have you gotten any idea based on what gear they had? I see a naked guy.
Cyrex has got eel stew, so probably not. Champion of Oriole, I think, maybe. Just based on the fact that he's got the champion.
Yeah,
he's champion usually tank. I don't know. Let's have a look.
That's their job. Yeah, unless you're champion of Brazil's
he's
2
not
through 5.
even showing food.
He's
a Battle Tundra is not even showing food. They're also riding Grey Wolves. These guys are not messing around here.
No jokes.
Although I guess you can't be late to the caps on this map because
we've seen people taking moa birds and anything they can that's super fast.
Rage Claw Master Race.
God, I don't want. When people are spending more on their mount than their gear.
I remember when I used to use the Nightmare in the scrims for the meme. When it like drops a fireball. All right, well, we're gonna go in on these guys. We'll soon find out who the tank is. Thank goodness they've got such easy to pronounce and spell names, eh?
Absolutely. I'm gonna announce that we do have a raffle and do get into it as soon as we have a few more guys in the raffle. I will pull. Actually, nope. I'm gonna pull the raffle now. I'm gonna pull it now. I think everybody who's still here is in the raffle. So we have 2 new winners. They're announced in chat as we go into our matchup here. We'll figure out who the tanks are real soon.
I don't think there is a tank. It's okay. So it is a poison mage cow halberd, double iron root, bedrock mace, one hand battle axe. Everybody is wearing cloth. They went through the spawn. Did you watch Cyrex there? They went through the spawn. They're gonna die. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're gonna be okay. Wow. Wow. 2v2. What do you call it? Oh no, he's in trouble now.
Champ is done.
No, he's getting away because of the roots. No, he's got the roots though. He sneaks round the tent. That's wow, and he's got the link up again. Okay.
Oh,
kite.
What?
I mean, how they survived that?
Have you ever seen this in a 5v5 Lewpac?
Well, these two are playing it like it's a 2v2 Hellgate.
Yeah,
and
I'm just saying, I've never seen that in a 5v5. I've never seen the link up.
A Forsaken, Alexander. Well, Alexander needs to be careful here.
Oh,
and Bogus
Alberta gets the kill up top.
Okay. This double iron root, man. So the iron root is interesting because it makes it so hard to burst somebody because the damage you do is spread between the two, and the healing is shared. So they get so much value out of cleanse heal, right? If he cleanse heals both of them, they both get a double heal essentially. And okay, is he still the bedrock? No, the bedrock's gone away and it's now a bloodletter. Bloodletter bolt casters, carrion cooler. They've got a 2 cap, and now they have 2 iron roots. Like how? This is crazy.
This is unusual. This is different, and I like different. I like different Lewpac.
Yeah. They've got 2 sacks as well. Double sacrifice. It's so good against single target though, because you soak 50% of the damage onto the healer. It's actually like if you want to go offensive with it, it's pretty good with like the bolt casters and the bloodletter. You can do a lot of damage, but yeah, these guys have now, they've got the double healer themselves, but this is really bad, honestly. Because the carrion cooler is going to cause all sorts of problems here. champion of Oriole is like, look at that. As soon as that's up,
Just
as soon as he's linked,
yeah.
and his teammate is tanking half the damage, it's so strong. And
I'm
these
really
guys,
impressed by this.
Yeah.
I mean, just because it's so different from what we've been seeing.
V2 again.
Yeah. And this is a really good team they're facing off against. Like, this is impressive. Like, this team that they're facing, a team we've never seen in 4s, 5s, or 6s. Maybe they just play different timers than we're generally watching. But I do not recognize any of these guys, and they're playing very well against a team that I know everybody in, and they're all good.
I don't know if they're using the offensive version of the Iron Root over at the other cap, because that'd be super interesting with the bolt casters, because you take 50% of the damage of the person you're linked to if they're enemies, right, as true damage. So the bolt casters is essentially going to chunk 2 people with 1E and make it very, very hard for someone like a nature to keep up if you're linking the enemies. You'd have to be pretty comfortable with the pressure situation to link enemies instead of teammates. The Iron Root is such an... I was really happy when the Iron Root was announced because it's so cool. But like... it's kind of funny. Like, linking an ally and an enemy is the meme one, though, because the healing received by the enemy goes to the ally, 30% of it, and damage the ally takes goes to the enemy. So it's like, if 2 people are fighting, it's kind of funny, but Mantix is going to go out in the end. But these guys are happy as long as they don't lose everybody. They've still got their Iron Root up there. I mean, the only problem is the Iron Root can't really fight on its own, and they have lost 2 up top now, including the other Iron Root. So Alberta Tundra is going to come in, and the cap will switch. They did a good job of holding, but the problem is now they're on the back foot, and they need to find these kills. I like their comp for it, though. The interesting thing about these Iron Roots, right, is that they can fight together. Because you can turn one of them offensive by linking enemies together. It's not completely screwed like Double Healer. Double Healer is not designed to fight as 5 at the moment.
No, it's not.
Because of the healing sickness.
Yeah. Though there were some pretty significant changes to healing sickness recently, and I wouldn't be surprised to see something come in that allows you to like have healer and a half.
Yeah. But I mean, like, Double Healer is what does get screwed by healing sickness. Oh, Nick's in big trouble here, by the way. That was a really good person. There's the assassinate, and bam. That is the Bloodletter doing what the Bloodletter does. They're leather as well. And he's not even playing a Stalker Hood, interestingly. This all of a sudden has opened up lucrative. He's going to get run down. That Bloodletter's on top of him. The execute. Oh,
there goes lucrative.
There's the execute.
No. Again, I'm kind of impressed by how these guys have adapted to this meta. They're using something that's completely different. It's outside of what everybody else is doing. While it does use that double healer, that we have seen, the way they're doing it is different, and they're playing a little risky.
I respect it. I respect it, man. Like, I want to see what the other Iron Root's doing. I'd love to see. Oh,
and he gets offensive. The save on Jasper. Oh boy.
Oh, it's absolutely disgusting how strong Cleanse Heal is with the Iron Root link. If you hit both of you.
Yeah. With that link, though, I think they're avoiding some of the sickness situation and giving a massive buff to defenses there. Like, that doesn't cause healing sickness, does it? The link?
No, but also, like, you still get healing sickness if you get healed by somebody else. Like, so if the two healers will still cause healing sickness. But also, like, one of the issues, right, that's always been with the nature is the cap on the hops. You got 3 stacks. But essentially, if both of you are linked and you've both got 3 stacks, you're essentially getting 6 stacks. You're getting 6 ticks worth of healing rather than 3. So their output is just higher than the enemy nature. Coupled with the fact that they're running the anti-heal, you love it. I like that, by the way. He's waiting as long as he can to link himself. Like, he doesn't link himself right away because he wants to get extra duration. And they've got no interest in a 3 cap, by the way, Shozen.
No,
you know
they don't.
They have zero interest in a 3 cap.
Nope. They're playing it like, but that's the thing, is that's what we're seeing in this, is that people are playing very passive. It's not, there's no pressure like there was in the old map. And I know people were not happy with the meta from the old map. because of that 3-cap hold meta that was very significant towards the end. But this ain't it either. So
no, these guys are hanging around mid just in case there is an opportunity. If they see a 5-man wrap towards north, obviously they're going to push towards the back. There goes the rope, but actually the purity robe there actually messed up his route, so Alexander got away. Forsaken and Alexander, like, they have to know that they can't win this fight. Like, they cannot win this fight. There's simply not enough damage output to break through that iron route.
no, not at all.
Like those shards on Cyrex do next to nothing when they're linked. He's also running a mage robe, which completely screws with things like the Morgana's Cape, the Speedcaster. Like at this point, they might as well join the fight with Alex. Like, I mean, Forsaken can't really join the fight.
Nope.
Because it'll cause healing sickness. So maybe Alexander joins the north fight. Forsaken keeps on pressuring. He should be able to survive the carrying cooler.
But what is Forsaken going to be even
sandals.
doing, though? I mean, like, he's not
gonna be
defending against the
preventing...
third because they're not going for it. And
well, no, he's going to be threatening the west one.
The cap, yeah, I guess, but...
I feel like the offensive iron route is more useful if it does devolve into a 5v5. Imagine a 5v5 crystal actually ending up in a 5v5 Shozen. What a travesty that would be.
I really just don't.
Wow.
You know, I can do a lot of small talk, Lewpac, but I don't know what to do in some of these.
Jasper actually gets taken down. They do trade Bogul, but he's the tank, and now you're going to see the wrap round come in. There's only one healer. That's the bolt casters though, and Alexander. He blinked in. He blinked in looking for action, and instead he found death with climax in his face. And this bloodletter is like so good because it stops people playing on the edge. And if anyone oversteps to interrupt a cap, they're gonna end up dead. Like, they're actually going for it now. Alberta's gonna go for the cap. Nick's gonna run for it. Lucrative's got him covered, but Mantic's gonna find Forsaken with the bolt casters. Maybe a back cap here. No, Jasper's coming to the fight. They want to go on to Nick. They've got the Stalker jacket as well. Mantix, he goes cleric mode. Bombs out on Mantix, but he gets linked, and the bomb is shrugged off.
And got that back one.
Yeah.
Very well done. Well played.
Lucrative's in execute range. There it is. Oh, didn't quite kill him, but the last deadly swipe did. Bomb goes out onto the Alberta, but there's the cleanse heal doubled up. The Iron Root link. Fun weapon, actually.
I hear there's some excitement in chat, Lewpac. Apparently, it is Nick BR10's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Nick. One of our longest running GVGers. Been around for forever.
It doesn't look like anybody's going to give him a victory for it, though. No free wins on your birthday.
Yeah, all you meet is Iron Root and Pain in this. And, like, you know, these guys are playing it well. Whatever you think of the comp and whatever you think of the meta, these guys are playing it solid, and they have a strategy that we haven't seen other people doing with this double iron route. And it's great.
It's definitely working today. I mean, it's working against a very skilled team that we know knows how to play 5v5 crystals.
Yeah.
And it's throwing them off their game. It's caused them to make some mistakes. And it's allowing this blue team, who we are not familiar with, walk away with this one.
Like Alexander, but like you can't imagine the frustration on Alexander right now. Like he's doing nothing when there's a link. Like he's hitting his shards and just saying nothing. He's not out damaging the 6-tick healing when they're linked.
Oh man,
it's just bonkers. How long can they link for as well?
I don't
7
know,
seconds.
I'm not familiar
Only
with
7 seconds every 20, right?
Okay, well that's not too bad. That's about, a third of the time.
But that's before cooldown reduction. So let's say 50% of the time before cooldown reduction. But that's enough time to get off your cleanse heal, which is the big heal. Like it turns cleanse heal essentially into an instant cast spiritual seed. That's the size of it.
Do you think we're going to see more teams pull this out if anybody has to go up against this?
I don't know.
Or do you think that this is a unique situation that it's working now?
I mean, these guys are, in the grand scheme of things, not that well known as GVGers. Yeah, they're taking apart one of our, you know, better teams right now. So it's definitely a strong
team with
comp.
some better players for sure. I don't know how they are.
You can't say that. You can't say that for sure. But Nick, Deadly Chop as well. Deadly Chop is actually a huge armor shred, so they have to be very careful. And Nick gets executed. They do trade Jasper, but the trades are always going to favor the guys with the caps. And in this case, there's only 5 points left. So Aberrata should get sharded to death. One more is going to do it. There's the roll. Follow up. Oh, Alexander can't hit it. He cannot hit it, and they're just going to defend caps. Got 5 seconds, and he closed this one out in record speed, 13 minutes.
That's a very quick 5v5 match. 13 minutes, Lewpac. Is that a record for this map?
No. I mean, at the start, when people were just playing a standard 5v5, I mean, they got 10 kills out of it as well.
That's pretty impressive. 10 kills is a lot of kills in this map. Yeah. Actually, I got to say that it does seem like a lot of the map, a lot of the matches did go pretty quick. Let's head over to Zayo right now, who is still fighting.
Mr. Zayo. Always good to see these boys. He's rocking the Ironclad, Bokik, Sakata, Zerfax. A single healer setup for both teams. Unbelievable. I mean, we could get gentlemen's agreements. If everybody hates double healers, they could always agree.
There's no gentleman.
Exactly. Come on. Volnazera, he's in trouble. He's caught. He's down. It's a 3 cap, and this one's over.
Wow, this is all the matches over in 15 minutes, Lewpac. I don't know what to do.
Elevate taking out Fax. Well, we've got a new roadmap, haven't we? Did we play the roadmap video yet? On this
We could. Why don't we? Bogul, do you have the roadmap video? We can talk about it with chat afterwards. They can tell us what they think of the roadmap, and we'll answer some questions.
There's a bit about the crystals in there, and I'd like to see people's genuine opinions on what Robin's said towards the crystals.
Do you really?
No, I would like to have open and frank discussion about it, to be honest.
Okay. Well, we'll play the roadmap. Bogul, are you there?
He's working on it.
He'll get that up for you. And while he's doing that, I'm going to pull a bunch of raffles in here today. I have some extra ones from the week, so I'm going to pull probably another 6 raffles today. So 3 now while we're watching this video and 3 after the next match. So we'll have a lot of raffles for you guys today.
All the raffles.
So make sure you get into the raffle right now. I don't want any of you to miss out on your opportunity.
I was, Fax having a team then. Hey Apple playing for Elevate though. This is Zerfax, I believe. Yeah, Zerfax's been Elevate forever on his Frost. I love watching Zerfax's Frost. It's so strong. 14-6. That one was 20 kills, Shozen. That was a bloodbath as well.
Yeah, for this particular meta it was, though. I got to tell you, Lewpac, we saw 109
you said,
in the 20v20. 109. That's a lot. So if you're wondering where all the deaths in the Crystal League went to.
What did the winners get? Like
those
500k silver? 500k silver constellation.
It was a level 4. So both teams died 50 times. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Bogul's got that up and ready for us, and I'm going to pull those raffles now. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today.
All right, let's check it out, and we'll be back after this roadmap to talk about everything.
Welcome to another Albion Online Dev Talk. Today, it's finally time to talk about our plans for 2022. Albion Online is an ever-growing sandbox MMORPG experience with major updates multiple times a year, and this year is going to be no different. Before we jump in to talk about our plans, however, let's take a quick look back at what happened in 2021. Last year was a year of overhauls, with Faction Warfare, Hellgates, the entire open world, guild seasons, and other gameplay features receiving complete reworks to their experience and taking them to a new level. At the same time, we introduced entirely new content like War Gloves, Elite Levels, and the Conqueror's Challenge, and a lot of new open world objectives. We also brought Albion Online to mobile devices and worked extensively on improving that experience throughout the year. In short, we made Albion Online better and more accessible to more players than ever before. In 2022, we want to continue that path. We want to find a good mixture of entirely new content, improvements to existing systems, and better accessibility for new players. In terms of improvements, we've already begun to work on a complete overhaul of the existing weapon lines, starting with the large variety of magic staffs in the game. All of these are receiving improvements to their visuals, audio, and VFX, but also to their gameplay, with whole new spells getting added and outdated spells getting reworked. For the open world, we've identified castle fights and castle outposts as the next feature we want to improve upon. Making their chests spawn more dynamic and broadcasting their value on the world map will provide more of these fights all throughout the day and add to the dynamic experience of Albion's open world. And at the same time, we will also improve the castle layouts, visuals, and gameplay. Next in line to receive an update are the Roads of Avalon. Many players have been asking for these to be improved, and we have big plans for them. We'll be adding new content and increasing the rewards for playing the Roads of Avalon, and we'll also focus on making them more suited to small group play. On top of that, we're planning to introduce an entirely new type of road called the Mists, which focuses entirely on the solo player experience. Players will be able to enter the Mists through special entrances which take them to regions that can only be entered by other solo players via the Mists. These regions feature gameplay like gathering, charging mobs, treasures, mob camps, and other open world activities which players will be able to explore without the risk of getting overwhelmed by groups of hostile players. Offering more solo experiences is a key goal, but we also want to improve the accessibility of existing Outlands activities. For this purpose, we're working on replacing the existing Guild Finder functionality with a completely new system that makes it easier to connect with a guild that suits your interests, speaks your language, and plays in your time zone. And we're making access to the Outlands easier than ever by reworking the portal mechanics and having the existing cities expand through the portals into fortified Outlands settlements. This will ensure players who want to try playing the Outlands have a safe area to arrive in after using an Outland portal and can take their time to learn about the shrines which protect them on their way into the Outlands. At the same time, experienced Outlands players get a more convenient location from which they can travel into the Outlands with full access to their respective cities' banks and marketplaces. Speaking of the Outlands, continuing with what we have started in the Lands Awakened update, we want to encourage more new and existing players to transition into Outlands gameplay. The key to this is to help people get familiar and comfortable with full loot PvP. In order to reduce the hassle of dying, your last equipment will automatically get saved as a loadout when you get killed, allowing you to more easily rebuy it from the marketplace. In addition to that, we will add more guides and tips to the game, teaching you about ganking and strategies you can employ to deal with it. For all of our long-term players, we're looking forward to shaking things up by introducing a regular recurring set of gameplay events. Crafting events will boost crafting in a particular item line for a short time, inviting players to take advantage of these opportunities and adding depth and dynamics to Albion's marketplace. At the same time, activity events will boost the attractiveness of different gameplay features like Hellgates, faction warfare, or open world roaming, to create variety, new experiences, and reward proficiency in different activities. For gatherers, we're looking at improvements to gathering gear, like making its benefits item power dependent and reworking the abilities. We're also working on adding tomes of gathering as an additional reward. For our 5v5 players, we're planning to reinvigorate the Crystal League by moving away from full loot PvP for the tournament and the league qualification, but preserving the full loot battles as unique high-risk, high-reward content in Albion Online. Finally, we want to give PvP players the opportunity to collect trophies from their defeated enemies, which they can then display on their personal islands as a lasting memory of a victory over a guild or a particular player. All in all, you can see we have a large number of improvements to Albion Online in the works. And of course, this isn't all we're currently working on. Please remember that these features are all still in development and may change throughout the development process. We will keep you updated on our progress, and we'll soon be ready to talk about some of these features in more detail. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this look at our current roadmap for 2022, and we're looking forward to your feedback and hearing what else you'd like to see us focus on. Stay tuned.
Lot to digest there. Obviously, we don't know what order we're going to get things in, but yeah, for the Crystal League then, a move over towards non-full loot for a big chunk of the content, including the tournament, which I don't mind seeing, honestly. Like, I feel that the biggest hindrance to getting new teams up and coming is the cost. The huge jump in cost when you step up the levels has always been an issue, and we've had teams that basically struggled to be in the tournament because of the finances. Some were bankrolled, some had huge amounts of money, and some couldn't afford to be in it. And that's definitely an issue, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know what? There's a number of aspects of that when it starts to be a full loop paid Crystal League tournament, like the Crystal League Championship, I should say, is it's not an equal playing field. Generally, you know, with sports or most types of competition, you want everybody to be playing on the same field with the same
even
rules.
playing field. Yeah. Although, I mean, in professional sports, money has definitely always been a factor.
Yeah,
You can't
but that's
deny
why
that.
a lot of teams have chosen to have, like, a lot of leagues, I should say, not teams, leagues have salary caps where everybody has the same amount that they can pay players. I mean, yeah, it's not like that in what is it, football? Like, you guys, European football, you guys can just spend as much as you want. Like, some people pay as much as a GDP, like a national GDP on their soccer team, whereas others are like, we got some guys from the local township who want to play some football.
A pub team as such. Yeah, I know what you
They're
mean.
in the same league, you know, and yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the tournament should be pure. It shouldn't be like, oh man, this is costing us a fortune. You should just be able to give it your all and not be thinking about the gear. I feel like we might see more suicidal play though when it comes to caps.
Well, that's the thing is I think there needs to be. It shouldn't be a completely scrim-based style. I would hate to see that. Like, if it's a scrim that has become
potatoes,
right. Like, I'd like to see at least having the gear get damaged. You know what I mean? Like, if there's some damage to your gear, so you don't want to die 5 times because you're going to lose a set. You know, but if you die 3 times, you lose 1 set. Not as bad as losing 3 sets, right? And so if there's
or even like, you know, your set gets broken to the point that you can't fight anymore if you die too much.
Right, and then you put on like another set. I mean,
for caps over and over.
I think there's a lot of different ways that could be done. Either, you know, where there's a minimal amount of damage done to your gear, and you can die 5 or 6 times, and you'll be fine, and you're stuck with that 1 set. Or in a situation where you're going to have normal damage to gear, and then you're going to have to either repair or maybe switch gear so that gear doesn't get broken, because you don't want to have your gear broken. You don't want to pay that cost. You'd rather pay the repair cost, so you switch gear when you die so that you're still not paying as much as you would in full loot, but it's not that scrim situation. And there's a wide variety of ways it could go between a full scrim and full loot. Like, there's a lot there, and they haven't really let us know what they're thinking. There's the soft cap and a hard cap. You can talk about how those two can be implemented and changed. Either a very, very strict soft cap where it's, you know, maybe 5% of your IP goes on, but
yeah, but the thing is if it's non-full loot with a soft cap, then
well, that's what I'm saying. No, that like in the full, like yeah.
It's gonna be
everybody's
like,
gonna bring like whatever they can bring if there's a soft cap. Like, right? Like, what's the point of a soft cap with non-full loot? Because you're just saying bring 8.3 and suicide strats, and just I don't like that combination, and that is where a lot of people jump to right away. Like, that's what they think is going to happen. They always jump to the worst possible conclusion. But understand, these guys have been, you know, working on Albion now for, you know, a decade plus, like 12 years, I think, is how long Albion's been in development now. I don't think they have any intention of completely fucking it up. Like they're like, this is something that will probably go through quite a bit of testing with the players, and I don't think they want to have it come out and then have it a full month of just rage like we're seeing with this current map. Like, I don't think that's the way it's going to come out. Like, I think that it's something that, you know, will go into the NDA testing, will be truly tested, and come out as something that really works for the majority of Albion players, offering a way to skill up out of those level 1s, move your way through some aspect of the Crystal League in a non-full loot experience before getting into something more difficult.
Yeah, I think definitely, like you said, anything that paves the way for more teams to step up to higher levels and just get a better experience without breaking the bank when they're trying to sort of learn the ropes. And talking of new teams and stepping up, though, we're about to see this Cyrex team in a level 7.
Okay,
which is, you know, level 7 is where I consider it serious business, or BBS, which stands for big boy shit. You know, this is where it gets real. And these guys, they just swept aside a pretty strong team. Who knows what they're going to face next? But I got high hopes for this Ironclad comp. They may have discovered the new meta by accident. And of course, when that happens, what's always interesting is when that does happen, then often the best teams might adopt it if they think it's that powerful. Like you said, you might see other people start doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's worked against a very strong team.
We're going to watch them again, by the way.
Yeah, I think we should, because this is something different, and we've seen what other people are doing so many times already. I want to see if this works in a level 7.
I'm getting Rafikon vibes. Do you remember when that team showed up? Yeah. And all of a sudden was like
Grizzy?
having
the Grizzy thing too. Like, we had a couple of these guys who came in and really changed the meta out of nowhere. Man, the Soul Scythe meta was wild.
They were good, yeah. The Hellion shoes in, Soul Scythe the entire team into the Shadow Realm. This is more of life root your guys together until your enemy dies of old age, as opposed to Giga Clap them. But it's cool. They're going to be facing. Let's have a look. Oh wow, one hand Arcane tank instead of the Death Giver here, and they're facing the Zeo team, so a very big test for them here.
That will be a big test.
Single healer, one hand Arcane. He's showing the Bedrock now. What? I don't know what this guy. I think he's going to go to the Bloodletter. I think he's just memeing. Although he's got a 7-3 excellent Judy on him, so I've no idea. Cyrex is going to get the interrupt on the cap, and he's not. Both caps
that was a big error right there. I believe he was in range to hit that.
Yeah. Although it's 2 DPS here, they can't fight. They can't fight without Cicada, and it's a...
Here comes Cicada.
But it's a single healer setup versus this... Actually, they're not running... Oh, no, they are running the double iron route. So how does the single healer setup fight the double iron route? Oh, what a play. What a play.
Yeah, that was brutal. Look in the Robe of Purity there, actually getting a double bop out of it.
And they can't fight this now. They have a Bloodletter. How does a Bloodletter kill this?
They're going for the 3-cap, Lewpac.
Oh my goodness.
Are they school these guys?
Elevate is in disarray here. They're trying to run down these two as a 5-man, which is pretty hard when they're linked together.
Yeah, that's not going to work. If they've met as a 5-man
These guys don't even care about 3-cap.
Oh, that might be a mistake, though. Cyrex going low, Champion going high.
That's fine. He's only got one guy on him now.
Nobody made him pay for it. Yep.
He missed the route, though, to
They
punish.
did give up that 3rd cap, though. They let them take that back. I believe that other 3-man group, had they wanted to fight for it, could have.
Nah, these guys got no interest. You can't really hold a 3-cap effectively. The way they're going to play it is
it's very hard. I don't think you need to try to hold the whole match, but there might be occasional time to...
Zeo can't survive this, I don't think.
He has 0.
Like, he's going to shield, but shields are actually... Oh, he is running a Guardian Helm. That's pretty good.
He can last for a while, and that's what he can do, is just delay.
Yeah. Which does give his boys a 5v4, but what does he do against the Purity?
Why does Cicada come down?
I don't know. He basically, anytime Cicada thinks he's got the space, he has to come down and top Zeo up so that he can infinitely last. The issue is Zeo could defend this cap, but unless they get the other cap, they're... Oh, wow.
They got center.
Right.
Oh, they
No,
almost did.
not
Okay.
quite.
I'm going to keep an eye on
Zeo's in a lot of
center
trouble
cap
now
here.
already, by the way. He's lost over a bar, and this act is pretty good for keeping on top. Mantix is going to go down. So they have lost one of their DPS up the top, I believe the bolt casters. And here's Sakata's coming in for the heals again. And Cyrex should stick to Sakata now. Like, stop this guy getting away, and now they're fighting at the top with no healer.
Right.
Like, keep him rooted. Maybe try and get the purity onto him as well, and just mess with him. Seems like a good plan.
And that evens out the situation up top, even though, like, they're down a player. If the other team doesn't have a healer, that's fine. You'll take that every time.
Well, the thing is, like we said, they've no interest in taking the 3 cap, right? They're simply here to stress them out. And
just to keep
constantly forcing Sakata to rotate here. Why doesn't the healer go for the cap here, by the way? That's what I would have done. Oh, what's going on here? This is very weird. Guardian helm. What was that Guardian helm? Zeo. Very early.
Very interesting switch up of what we've been seeing to this. I'm just very surprised by it. It's unusual. I just don't. I never thought we would see this, to be honest. The Iron Root like this.
I know they're having their own little fight here, which is fine. Yeah, the healer could probably cap that, like while they're chasing out, because it's the Arcane Orb. The Arcane Orb's always going to hit. Oh, that was a nice play there. That was a really nice play. The Guardian Helm had to come out because of the Raven. Now he's on top of him, gets the bleeds out. Zeo's going to run back, and if he comes back in, he's going to take quite a lot of bleed damage here. He's going to have to use the orb here for the cancel. And, okay, Sakata comes in. Sakata sprints in to heal him. Honestly, Champion should be autoing here. Like, if Champion of Oriel is going to help on this cap, he could probably come here auto. He could also play, like... He can play a Thorns version.
I was going to say, Thorns might... But you need that. If you've got Soul Link, you need that for heals, don't you?
No, because you can use... Cleanse Heal will still do a huge heal with the Soul Link. Soul Link, as much as sharing the healing, is as much about, like, soaking the damage. It makes it really hard for something like a Frost to burst one target. Because the target only takes half damage.
And I think they have the ability to put pressure on the Western cap right now if they want to take it.
Also, think about this, right? There's at the North cap, these guys are fighting 2 Iron Roots without their shielder, their purger, you know, without a big part of their combo, and they're just gonna get ground down here. Like Zeo, he never dies here. If he play, as long as he doesn't make a mistake, he never dies. But simultaneously, he can never shake Cyrex. I mean, I don't even know why Cyrex attacks him. I would just stand there. Like his entire, like, I guess he's trying to force a mistake, but his entire job is just to be there. Right? So I would just sit there and chill and just be like, all right, cool. We'll do this. And then as soon as Sakata comes in, I would root Sakata and put pressure on him. Maybe open up a kill potential as he retreats. That would be the play for me. And hit Zeo now. Like, hit him now.
Yeah.
He's going for the poison. He has the leap. Oh, he got the poison off as well. Nice. Thetford. He's burning through these energy pots, by the way. He's only got 4 left. I'm going to go out a limb and say that he has some in his bag, though. Zeo's actually in a lot of trouble here, by the way. He's going to have to run north instead of towards tent for the heals. I like that. He's using the 3 swipes. Rending leap to get the heals off. Or to get close to the cap quicker. Oh, yes, that was nice. Hit the Raven onto Sakata as well. Zeo's already bleeding, but Champ of Oriel, he needs to link the 2 now. Yeah, he needs to soak that damage. And this is
that works right like, there. They're fine.
They're trying to execute, but look at that cleanse heal. And the whole team's on top of them. Like,
right.
They're like, and they literally just broke them. They're now playing incorrectly out of frustration. Right? They've got 4 guys chasing 3. They're not getting any kills. Champ, he's just going to link himself to the tank. First opportunity. They got really good positioning as well. The way he hugs the south side of the tent. And yeah. I mean, it's not an explosive, mega fun match, but they get the job done. And they get it done very, very effectively. And there's always kill potential. There's always kill potential when your opponent gets frustrated and starts trying different stuff. Right? They know how they should play it. But they're getting annoyed, aren't they, right now?
Absolutely. They are getting very frustrated in this. They haven't been able to take a single cap advantage on rotation yet. They're down by quite a bit. And they probably don't see any place for them to come back. They probably just don't know what they need to do yet. Very frustrated.
Yeah.
Like all their best plays have been countered.
You can also iron root 2 targets, right? Without giving healing sickness. It doesn't count as a heal if you don't actually heal them. So that, you know, they're if they're smart about it, they can still soak tons of damage without getting healing sickness if they do have to fight as 5. But we already know they don't care. These guys just want to play. And you see somebody looking at the bottom cap. Zeo's not even in the fight right now. He's gonna have to dismount with cooldowns. And I think a 5v5 is their best bet. I really do. Like I think they're never gonna break through. A 3-man and a 2-man are never gonna break through an iron root. Oh wow!
Well, they just got the.
How on earth
did
they let them get that?
I don't know, and I think this might be the situation where we're looking at the inexperience of the blue team coming through there. Like they're not
playing inexperience. I think they just took their eye off the ball. And actually, this is a chill howl now. I like the chill howl here actually.
It's a good change, yeah.
Because you can freeze an iron root as soon as you see him put it on one target. You can freeze him and just delay him getting it off on the other target. And if you actually separate them, it's super hard for him to finish it off. But look at this, Champ going around the back.
This is the play here is they need to go put pressure on this and then cause some... Oh, look what they're doing. They're going to split this. No.
Yeah.
No, not the way.
Champ goes for one and Cyrex goes for the other.
He didn't need to mount for that one. I don't know if mounting was the way.
Well, he's going to pull them left, right, and center. No, they're already covering it. And Zeo doesn't even want to get like caught here at the start. He does manage to get the swap, but it doesn't stop the root going off. It's a nice Morgana as he pops the res as well and the Guardian Helm. Sakata sprints in to throw a few heals. Right now, they're going to go back to this strat because this is the one that should open up the top cap, hopefully. But they need to, as soon as Sakata goes to heal Zeo, they need to hard push. The other 3 need to hard push when it's only the DPS up there. Now
right now, Red Team has just enough time to win this.
This is going to be 14 minutes in the other direction now, Shozen.
I'm just saying, they got just enough time to win this. If they don't lose the caps, they can take this still. They'll have a minute to spare. Zeo's going to need a heal soon.
Yeah, he hasn't got Guardian Helm up for about 15 seconds, so he's going to take
Sakata,
this has got to be the surge, right? You see Sakata, jump on him. This is perfect. Raven hits both, actually. And now Sakata's going to take another route here. And he's going to really be delayed getting to his team. And guess my name is taking a beating. But Sakata's had to use a lot on himself. He might have the sack available. Oh, Cyrex whiffed it.
Yes, he
whiffed it.
That was the play.
He needed to hit that route there and keep the pressure up from both sides. He had a really good opportunity to open up that fight for the other 3 there. And Zeo can't join the fight because Champ of Oriel will just be like, hey, cool. And now guess my name's coming down to fight, which is weird because he's going to get torn to shreds. And I think he realizes that. Yeah. Oh, that Raven, it didn't quite hit Sakata because of the disjoint. This is... Sakata's just got a sprint between the 2 caps. He's having to run refreshing sprint. Because he needs to sprint down and get back. He's using like the cleanse heal as the burst as well. I mean, I'd put Champion of Oriel on Thorns at this point. This is good pops. Oh, he body blocks it as well. Is it going to be enough? No. Oh, my goodness. He body blocked the orb after the knockback. But the orb does then purge his robe of purity, which means he can't do any more knockbacks. He had a bop on Helm. You think he gets that, by the way? Right, stay on Sakata now, Cyrex. Stay on that guy. Hits him with a deadly chop. No, he's got no energy now. He's waited. He's got 2 more energy pots. I think he must have another pack set in his bag because you can't bring 10 here. Doesn't work.
And here comes Cicada back. Let's see if Cyrix can pull it off right here. Actually, looks like his team is doing the right thing by collapsing down on top of him to get that midpoint where they can still be in range. Bakic's still up high enough to get the interruption on the center cap. It looks like he's going to have to go do it. Do they have anything here to stop that? Nope. They're going to be able to easily get that interruption there.
On Zerfax. They're looking for him. He wants the execute. Nice freeze. They can't quite open him up now, but here comes the root. Now the shields are coming, but he's very close to getting in execute range. You can still execute through the shield, and there you go.
And he got him.
Bokix is in trouble as well. Bokix is going to get run down.
Wow. Just people are in chat, you know, giving these guys a lot of crap, saying they're not good and had been stuck in level 2s and 3s for the last season, and you know, making memes about them. But they've just kind of taken these guys out.
Yeah, I mean they came up with a good comp.
Yeah,
and they've just completely wiped this Elevate team. At the 10, they're going to turn this into at least a 2. Maybe a 3, and I can't see them not closing this one out from here. Zayo's doing his best. I think Zayo's going to die for this, by the way.
Zayo is going to die for this.
If Cyrex hits a root here,
we're too late.
He's dead.
Well, we're too late into the match for anybody to come back and save him.
Yeah, the bleed. The shield. He might be right, though. There's no death or climax. That might be the one. Oh, he was like a millisecond off getting the shield. That's going to be the 3 cap. And this is Zerfax going ham now. Again, the damage is going to be spread between the 2 of them, and the heals are going to be doubled, which, believe it or not, shows it is pretty good. I'll be honest. Also, let's not even talk about Graveguard. Right?
Lewpac, you need to read chat after this match is done. The disrespect to these guys is real.
I know. Like, I'm sure it is, because, you know, the quotation mark good GVGers don't like losing to a new team.
Oh, they really hate it.
And it's a lot easier to say they're bad.
It's because they're playing Iron Root. Iron Root is OP, Lewpac.
Yeah, but no, then why did no one else think of it?
Because it's so OP, it wouldn't be fair to play.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the reasoning.
Real players play with the crappy weapons so that they can have good matches.
Real players chop their own hands off before a GVG shows, and if you don't chop your own arms off before you play, can you even call yourself a GVGer?
There's some interesting points being made in chat here. You could use Pop to interrupt the Iron Root and split them apart. It's a pretty easy skill to put on your helm there.
Zerfax being a little bit racist in Say Chat there.
Who is?
Zerfax.
Oh, Zerfax. Oh, boy.
A little bit of racism in chat. You don't like to see that. You don't like to see that at the end, to be honest.
There's some real BM in that at the end of that. Like, these guys are supposed to be pretty decent and not happy to lose here today.
They definitely weren't.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't see one attempt to break the link. I'll be honest.
That's what Chad is saying right now. Use a pop, break the link, separate them, use that to your advantage.
I saw good use of the frost there. What's this one called? I can't remember what this one's called. Oh man, you don't see this one very often in there. My mind has gone completely blank on the chill howl. It's called the chill howl. Good use of that. Like when you see the first, because the link is 2 phases. You see him put the link out, and then you see him connected to something else. When you see the first phase, you freeze him, and then try and separate him from the guy he's trying to link. But yeah, I mean, these guys, maybe they got out-comped, but they didn't seem to make any adjustments to it. They just kept doing the same thing and got ground out. They got a cool comp. They're making it work, and they just took out a full Elevate team pretty convincingly, Shozen.
It's really triggering chat.
Well, then beat them. Like, play better. I don't know.
It's our fault for saying they do good. We're the ones who are cringe, not the people who are shitting on them for winning a match. Nope, it's us for complimenting them. Just remember that.
Yeah, I mean, if they've got a comp that's winning a lot, you need to find the answer to it. That's how the meta works, isn't it? People
The metas do
that
change.
break the meta are the guys that win. Like I didn't see any attempt to separate the links. I didn't see any purges on the purities. Like, I don't know.
I like, oh my god, these guys aren't playing the same crystal comp that's been around for years. This can't stand.
I don't know what to tell you. If you like, you have, when we've had cheese comps before, we've seen people prep for them. This is the first week I've seen this. So it's understandable that people haven't prepped for it. But now that you know this is out there, now that you've got time to go back and watch the replays, you'll see that there's probably a lot of things you can do differently.
Well, that's what I think is going to happen is when people VOD review of this match, they're going to figure out exactly what they need to do to defeat it. And it
the Iron Root
generally
healers are using purity to try and prevent the link break, but the guys they're linking don't have purity, and that doesn't carry over. So that's where you bop, ironclad, anything, you can separate them. And remember, they don't have, if you break the link, they don't have the big heal. They don't have the spiritual seed.
Yep, you got to break the link, and everything will be well, it'll be different. We'll see how it goes. I really believe that once people watch the VODs on this, which if they are so mad that they lost to this, or that anybody who's good lost to this, because that's what chat seems to be mad about, is people they feel are good players have lost to this comp, and the team that's using this comp had been stuck in low level 5v5s. People were saying 2-3s. I don't know how true that is.
Well, they're at level 8s now, Shozen. So next Sunday, we're going to see them in level 8s. There you go.
Well, I won't be here for that, Lewpac. I wish you the best of luck on that one.
I'll be here. It's fine.
I think we'll try to get Tazik in here for you.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed, I enjoyed seeing something different. I enjoyed seeing some Iron Root there. It maybe I can understand why it's frustrating to play against, definitely. But I'd rather have a 25-minute match than a 6-minute match any day of the week. I mean, I'm paid all the same. I'm here all. I'm going to be here whatever, regardless of what's on stream. So there you go.
Well, on that regard, I think we're going to go ahead and pull our final raffles here. So get yourselves into the raffle now, and we will try to give you guys some gold to make up for the harsh feelings you guys have about that last match. I can understand that you guys are very upset, and again, I get that. I feel for you, but at the same time, guys, don't crap all over somebody who just won a match because you don't like the way they played.
Yeah, and it's not like other teams have not been using double healer, right? We've seen all of the
other
top teams
have used a lot of double healer going on, and now we're crapping on these guys for doing it because apparently they're no good and they won. How dare they?
Yeah.
Don't know what to say. Hold on, I really need to get some water, Lewpac. There's just far too much salt here in chat, and I just can't. I can't talk anymore.
Oh dear.
Well, Mingsuck is happy. He's entertained. He thought it was fun to watch. At least somebody had a good time. I hope the rest of you guys have a good time as we are going to get out of here. We'll be back again on Tuesday with the War Report. We're not sure. Actually, Bogul, no War Report on Tuesday, right?
I mean, no Robin, no War Report, I guess.
Okay, but we're going to see what kind of content we do have for Tuesday. We'll see what we can come in with. Robin is on vacation, so we're going to try to move some shows around, make it easier for him to make those up. But thank you guys for watching. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody. Peace out.